Hey, welcome back. I think I got enough time to do one more week before I need to call it a day. So we just finished a month, and looking at our situation, we have 3 SO points, which we got from the event card, and then we're going to get 15 more. So the one good thing about not getting a new German commander is when a new German commander arrives, he mucks things up. Like, he may bring technologies with him. He may bring more U-boats, for example. So by keeping him, he's not bringing anything new to the table. So that part's good. So we don't have to worry about U-boats, at least for another month. So that puts us to, yeah, so we're on a new month here. We have 18 SO points to start. We do need 12 by the end, so we could theoretically buy another bomber, which would then allow us to have 2 sets of 3 bombers. We're going to do that. So I'm going to spend 12 and then 4 more for 16 to upgrade it to the next level. So I'm going to spend 16 points, which then gives us a leftover of 2 remaining. Now, I know I need 12 by the end of the month, but we'll have to do that in one of the next 2 weeks. And then I'll buy a commander in one of the next 2 weeks for whichever bomber group we end up selecting here. It's definitely going to be a B17. So I think it's a crapshoot on whether we get the one that has transportation, crossbow, or U-boat. I definitely don't want the YB41. That's the thing that would really bother me. So I honestly don't know. I don't know enough about the missions that are available in 1942 to tell you which ones would be good, which ones would be bad. So let's try to figure out. If I remember, I think transportation is available right away. This one only goes up to a +1 air to ground though. The crossbow, I just don't remember being, although it does have a nice air to ground, the crossbow one. The U-boat one has a very poor air to ground, but a good air to air. So the crossbow one is the only one that has the best air to ground, but it's reassigned to, to get reassigned to another theater is really low. Like, this one goes down to 9 at veteran, and then 8 at ace. Whew. The U-boat one, let's do the U-boat one. I'm not going to spend too much time worrying about it and dwelling over it. Okay, so the U-boat one, recruit is really expensive to level up, so I'm really glad that he starts green. That's also super expensive at a 7. So we're spending the 4 SO points to get him to average. So that just saved us, 7 experience points there. And then also to have him at average, I mean, if we ever do get a U-boat target, he's going to automatically be at +1. But his air to ground is at least at 0. He's not the most fabulous in the world, but it'll work. And what I'm hoping to do is we'll get a pilot or a commander for him, and then we'll be cooking with Pam and butter. Okay, so I'm going to move my pilots down here. Let you see what I'm doing. I'm just making room. So this is one bomber wing here. I've been using this area to roll dice, so this is going to be our next bomber wing. So right here off the camera is the new guy, and he just doesn't have a commander yet, but we'll get him one. I could get him this one with the 2 points I have left, but it's not. That's probably the weakest one of all. That's the reason why he's worth 2 points. I actually like the other ones way more, so we'll do that. Okay, so now I have enough bombers that I can start doing 2 missions with 3 bombers each. So I think that's going to be necessary in order for us to finally start making a dent on this campaign. So we receive our weekly SO points, we purchased our group and commander, so now we can do morning briefing. So first thing we do is we have to do weather. So let's get that out of the way. This is the UK. 3 plus 1 is 4. And bear with me, I'm just going to... That is just partly cloudy, so that's normal. Then we're going to do the zone 1 here. That's going to be clear skies, so we're going to be able to get a +1 air to ground against any target there. So I think we already know what we're going to do here. I'm not even going to bother. Well, I'll do zone 2 up there. Actually, this zone 2. I rolled a 2. That's awful. That's going to be mostly cloudy. So our target that we had done damage to last week, you know, if we wanted to come back and finish it off, we're now going to get a -2 air to ground penalty. Now, if I would have bought that H2X radar, at least 1 plane would not have gotten it. So in other words, that factory might end up repairing itself before this week is over. And then I think the final zone, we don't even have any targets up there, but I'll roll for it anyways. It's a 5, and for that zone, 5 is it's just a regular, partly cloudy. Okay, so the problem with our bomber wings is they have to go together, so I can't do 3 and 3 unless I want to make a bomber wing that's 3 and 3. How do I want to do this? Okay, Dean, if you're still watching, the bomber wing rules says I have to set up a bomber wing and then they go in the missions together for the rest of the campaign. It could be anywhere from 2 to 4. So I've set up a bomber wing of 2. Now I'm trying to set up another bomber wing. Can I add a group to that bomber wing? So now it's a bomber wing of 3. And then I'm going to have basically 2 wings of 3. Or if I set one up at a bomber wing of 2, am I stuck with it? The rules don't really clarify. So absent those rules, I'm going to assume I can add a bomber to a bomber wing. So I would add Holy Joe to Memphis Belle and the Grim Reaper. So I got 3 B-17s, and then Paradise Lost will fly with the 2 B-24s. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we select our targets to attack, and right now we got to do recon. So we do have medium recon on that target in 13 here, which has the bad weather though. So I don't know if I want to do a recon there right now. We have high intel on a target here in 11, which has clear skies. So we're very excited about that. We don't need to recon that again. So let's just get more recons going, and I'm going to get the other 2 airfields. How about that? So I'll grab the 2 targets here. This one is in hex 11, and this one's in hex 12, which, by the way, that's actually the 4th region I didn't think I had a target in. So we do have targets in all the spaces and places. Yeah, this one has an air to ground of +2. So I think we should pick on these. So I'm gonna, red is gonna be for this one and blue is gonna be for that one. All right, so red, I rolled a 1, which is, my recon unit got destroyed. So this recon is destroyed. So now I'm gonna be forced to buy a recon unit, which I probably will spend 8 points for next week, so I can get the upgraded recon. And then this one is an 8, which is fabulous, but it's not enough to be a high intel. It's just at the cusp. So we're gonna get a medium intel on this one. So there we go. That's the one that's in the Netherlands. And then this one is still low intel. Okay, so if we do a low intel mission, then we're going to roll a die and it's going to tell us what the low intel penalty is going to be. It could be a variety of things. We want to try to stick to targets that we have intel on. So I think I'm going to do the 2 targets. We'll do, well, we have clear skies though. The clear skies are nice. So what would be our penalty? If I roll a 1, there's no penalty at all. So actually it's either going to be a penalty to air to ground and then plus value to flak, which is not good because that's going to cancel the clear sky penalty. So yeah, we're not going to do that. So what I'm going to do then is we're going to go, we're not going to do the mostly cloudy guy, even though we've damaged that bomber factory. With it being mostly cloudy, that's going to be bad. So here's our 2 targets that we're going to deal with. Let's see if you can focus in on that a little bit. How's that? Okay, so this one is in hex 11, that one's in hex 12. This is the clear sky. It has high intel, so we got huge bonuses on this one. This one we have no bonuses at all. So the one with the huge bonuses, I'm going to send the Grim Reaper, Memphis Belle, Holy Joe to this one. It's only going to be 3 bombers. I'm going to send my 2 B-24s and Paradise Lost to the Netherlands. Now the Netherlands, hex 12, has 2 German airfields in it. So we're going to definitely send an escort. And I'm going to send my my 4th fighter group, the one that has Out of the Sun, on that one, and so he'll go on this one, and then the other Spitfire will help out here, even though I'm not sure it's needed because we're going to a hex that has no airfields. So can I send more than 1 Spitfire on a mission? I can. Not sure how much benefit that gives, but I can, or no, I can't. I think I can only do 1 escort. So, which one do I want to do first? This one looks like the easier one, so let's go after this airfield here. And I will send the 21st Fighter Group along with it. In case we do somehow get a Luftwaffe response. Actually, there is a Luftwaffe. There's 2 bandits right here. So I do have to send the 31st. So let's get this set up. Okay, so the 31st is going to be the escort. And then, 1 second. I have to find another counter here. Oh, I found it. All right, so Holy Joe is going to be in the group, and then Memphis Belle is the 91st. I'll let that one be the leader, and then Grim Reaper is the 305th. Which is this one. So it's 3 B-17s, which is interesting because their picture looks different. I wonder why that is. They're all 3 B-17Fs, but this one has a different picture. Interesting. It is the 305th, I just checked. They must have a printing error on that one. They definitely, all the other ones do have the same picture. Okay, that's not that important. Let's move on. Okay, so we arm our bombers. These are all dispersed targets, so we're going to be using 3 of the freebies on everybody. So I don't need to get out the bombs. We know what they are going to be. We're dropping 9 of the freebies that have a dispersed bonus because we're going up against an airfield that's a dispersed target. So that's good. Let's see, purchase equipment, place tactic counters, display mission setup. Okay, we sort of did this. Now we gotta just do this. It's very simple. Target. We're gonna go from the UK base straight to there. Not even an issue. They give us a number 1 and a number 2. It is funny. So what we can do is we can like put the number 2 on the like here to show that this is the target that's going to be the second bomber group, and then for example we know that we're going to be doing all 3 of these bombers along with this escort in that second bomber group, so we can just put them all over on the pile, for example. Okay, so as you start to get more comfortable with the game, there's a couple of things that happen. The first thing is I stopped doing the pathway thing when it's silly, like this. The second thing, I can care less about these being here on the UK base. But you know, you start to cut corners like that, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the rules are very good because if you're trying to keep mental clarity over what's going on, these are all very good visual aids. Okay, so anyways, back to, we have to roll for the Luftwaffe response. So let's do that. I rolled an 8, which is actually a really good number, but he gets a -2, which drops him to a 6. So the response is going to be average. So an average response, see, a poor response means that a maximum of 2 are going to respond if you fly directly over them. A poor response is just going to be a maximum of 4. But you still have to fly directly over them. So nothing's changed. Now we draw our target bound event. Oh, look at this. Add +4 damage points to the target. This actually might be super overkill. I was hoping to get that on the next target, but that is fine. I'm not going to complain. So 4 damage points means that the target is going to start with 4 damage. Very good there. Okay, we're going to move our mission counter, so we're over the target. We're going to have to do our flak attack, and then we're going to go. Okay, so we're going to start with this, and this, and do our flak attack. So it is 1 roll. There's going to be 2 bandits that are going to appear, so we're going to have to do that as well. But let's do the flak attack first. Whatever one's the 91st, which is Memphis Belle. I rolled a 4. And then we're going to roll for Holy Joe, or no, I'm sorry, Grim Reaper. I rolled a 7. 7 minus 1 is a 6. It's still 1 hit. So Grim Reaper takes a hit. So -1 for him. And then I'm going to roll for Holy Joe. And I rolled a 6. And -1 is a 5. So no hit for him. Okay. I don't necessarily know what the order is that I should do this, but 2 bandits are coming out. So I think we have to deal with them first. And then the bandits are going to land or get destroyed before we can actually drop our bombs. Okay? Oh, -2 flak because of the high intel. I don't know if you can see that real well, but see how it says -2 flak for high intel? So I'm going to take away the damage. I totally forgot about that. See, high intel is good. He's good, chicken good. Okay, we're going to draw 2 bandits. And, oh, we got 2 really good ones. All right, so a escort can intercept 2 of them, I believe. So if you're 10 plus, you can escort 2 bandits. The first one is a veteran, and the second one is the BF-110. And remember, when you're flying directly over the target, you use the bottom box. Otherwise, you use the 2 there in the white box. So they're both going to be here for 3 turns. So we're going to start with turn 0. And I think we get to go out of the sun, and they have out of the sun. Now, I did speak with Dean today. This was a rule I got wrong, because remember I said when you do out of the sun, they cancel each other. He said that that's partly true. Our out of the sun cancels his out of the sun. And our out of the sun remains in effect. So we're basically fast for the entire battle, and we also get the plus whatever 3 modifier for the entire battle. So here's the deal. This one has a 2 armor, so he's going to be really difficult to destroy, but he can do some damage to us. This one has a +1 in our favor, so it has a -1 on it. So that means whatever we roll, we get to add another 1 to it, because his armor is actually 1 less. So we only need a 9 to destroy him. And then we're going to get +5 to our roll based on the bonuses and whatnot that we have. So this one might be really easy to destroy, but he's not going to really hit us. Or he can, but he needs to roll really well. Now see how it says R2D7? He has rockets. And that's what the rockets are. He's going to roll, he fires 2 rockets, and on a 7 or better, they're going to hit. But I think that those can only be used against bombers, first of all. I don't think they're used against fighter groups. Secondly, I need to check. Rockets might require the German commander to support rocket tactics, but some of them are tactics and some of them are automatic. So that's the part I need to look up. Okay, so why am I not finding it here? Okay, there are... Yeah, so bandits fire rockets into bombers prior to their first turn. There's no bomber counterattack. Unfortunately, this is why we want to intercept them, right? So since our fighter escort is going to intercept them, they're not going to be able to shoot into our bombers. So that's the reason why this was important. Yeah, so we don't have to roll for, we don't have to resolve the rocket attack. So that part's good. Okay, so we're fast. That means our fighter gets to fight first. So we have a choice. Do we go after the easy guy with the rockets, or do we go after the veteran? And I'm going to choose to go after the veteran. I know we get a -2 to our die roll, but I want to take him out. We get a +5, 2 for our 4th fighter group, air to air, and then +3 more for out of the sun. So we get a +5 and then a -2 for a net of +3 to our roll. We need to get a 10 or better to take them out. Oh my gosh, I know you can't see it. I got an 8. So 8 + 3 is 11. We just destroyed the veteran. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, a couple of things. The veteran goes out of the game. So we just took out 2 veterans out of the, I think, 5 that started. We do get to destroy, so that moves over 1. And then off camera here, I'm giving 1 experience point to the 4th fighter group because they get experience for this, for every kill. All right, we're not over yet. We're not out of the woods. Now they get to go, so we're gonna roll for them. And I rolled a 3, so he misses. And that was the strategy paying off perfectly. Okay, so now we move. We finished 1 turn. This guy's here for 3 turns, so we're gonna attack him again. We get to go first. We rolled a 3. We get to add 5 to it, which makes it an 8. He lets us add 1 more to 9. It's still not enough. So then he rolls, and he rolls an 8. That 8 is enough for a hit. And yeah, that's a hit on us. So we lost 1 unit, or 1 strength. So now we go to, we finished 2 rounds. We're on the final round here. So let's go for it. I rolled a 1, which is going to guarantee we don't get the easy guy. Oh my gosh. And then he rolls a 6, which is not enough. So, yeah, that's it. We're going to be at a 3, and then he's going to fly home. So he lives to fight another day, and that was the easiest kill we could have gotten, and we just couldn't do it after 2 rolls. But the good news is we survived. I'm going to draw the engagement, and so we get an additional -2 for the mission, but I don't think it's going to matter. I'm actually going to put it right back in the cup. We're not going to engage any more fighters. So now we're over the target. We already did the flak attack, probably a little prematurely there, but that's fine. And then let's bomb the crap out of this target. So I'm going to move the target right to where the target's supposed to be, because I think we have more room to roll over here. So I'm going to get 3 dice. Okay, the first guy that's going to go is Holy Joe. He's our new guy we just bought. He gets a +0 air to ground. But we get +1 for the clear skies. Okay, so that's 1. We're going to get 0 for the target. But we're going to get 2 for the high intel. So that's +3 for everything. And then since it's a dispersed target, we're going to get +2 more because this is the type of bomb we're using. And it has D+2 on it. So we're going to get a +5 to all 3 dice. That's 10, and that's 10. That is 2, 4, 6 hits. So that was utter devastation. We're at 10 on them. And I still have 2 more bombers to go. This next one, Memphis Belle, is going to be the same exact bonuses, +5. This is a 7, that's a 10, and that's a 10, so that's 4 more hits. We're at 14. We only need a 13 to destroy the target. So the target is gone. And so this one is a supply of 4 and 4 victory points. So I'm going to put 4 victory points down. And then that's 7 total victory points for the campaign. But more importantly, that is 4 Luftwaffe points. So let's talk about that real quick. That 4 means we're going to move this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to reset to here, and we get to destroy a squadron, preferably in the location that the target was at. So now we get to go around and get one around it. Well, since this is our second mission, I get to destroy this one. Well, hold on. Okay, here's the deal. Both missions are done simultaneously. So I do get to destroy this one if I want, or one of these. But it doesn't happen until after the second mission is executed. So I'm not going to be able to help my other pilots out by destroying this before they fly over that location. So you can't do that. You got to wait until the end of the week to actually destroy the stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to destroy this one because I don't want to wait until the end of the week and then forget to do it. So I'm going to just destroy this one now, and I'll leave that one be. So, so that's done, and we succeeded. So now we got to fly back home and reduce the bandit interceptions by 1, which there aren't going to be any anyways, so we're okay. And Holy Joe is not even written on my sheet. He started off as average. He's going to get 2 experience points. Now you might be wondering, why haven't you flown home? There. So he gets 2 experience points. He's not leveling up. Memphis Belle is going to get 2 experience points, and he has 3 total. He's not leveling up. And then the Grim Reaper is going to get 2, and it has 6 total, and Grim Reaper is going to level up using all but 1, and it's going to become an average. All right, so the Grim Reaper is going to go from that to that. So he's going to get +1 to his air to ground, which is going to be very helpful. So good on us there. And yeah, Grim Reaper is going to level up. So that's it. Our pilots are done. So now let's set up for the second mission. Just making sure I didn't forget anything there. Now you might be wondering, what about our individual bomber? Individual bomber is with the Paradise Lost group, which was not in this mission. So that's why we didn't do anything with that. Okay, so let's do this next one. We're gonna, oh, I forgot to give the escort. So that was the 31st Fighter Group, gets 2 more experience points. And that puts it up to 5. He's 1 away. Nope, I'm sorry, it wasn't the 31st, it was the 4th. So the 4th has 3, 4, 5, 6. The 4th is leveling up. Okay, so here's the, so it has an ATG of +2, and he's gonna go up to, from green to average. So unfortunately, nothing changes there. In fact, I'm trying to even find a change. 0 to 7, 8 to 10, 0 to 7, 8 to 10, +2, +1, +2, +1, 4, 4, 0, 0. There's not a damn difference, is there, between green and average? I don't see any difference at all. Wow, what a waste. This commander doesn't improve at all. All right, well, he does have Out of the Sun, which is a nice ability. Okay, so that cost 5. 1, 2, 3. So he has 1 experience left, and he became average. Okay, so final mission here. I think we want Paradise Lost is going to be the lead, and then the B-24s are going to follow. And then here's our target. Okay, so for this one, we're going to just go 1 and then 2, like so, or 1 and then target. And yes, we will be flying over 2. I don't think there's anything else we have to do. We're going to roll for the Luftwaffe. 6 minus 2 is 4. It's a poor response. So we're going to run into 2 of them when we get there. And yeah, bomber loadout is going to be all freebies, just like before. So no worries there. Is there anything else I'm missing? Let's draw our event. Draw 2 additional bandits for any bandit interceptions up to the response max. So here's how this is not going to hurt us. It is a poor response and not an average response. So if it was an average response, the max is 4. So there's going to be 2 from the 2 Luftwaffe squadrons, and then this would have added 2 more for 4. However, we rolled a poor response, which is a max of 2. So this card is not going to hurt us. So that's, we got lucky. That's really what that turns into. We just got lucky. Okay, so we're gonna roll for which position we're gonna be in. And we only get a -1 to our roll now because we're green. We have green status. And sorry about the focus issues here. Just not focusing. Okay, so I'm gonna roll. Oh, I rolled a shitty 2. Okay, so that's not gonna do any good. We're gonna be middle again. We're always Marsha. We're always stuck in the middle. Always the middle child. Okay, so we did 4 weeks. Yep, and 4 missions. So we got 3 plus 4. We should add. We got 7 experience points total. We spent 6. Okay, just making sure we didn't forget to do anything over there. All right, and what else do we need to do? I think we're good to go. So let's start the mission. So we're gonna fly to here, okay, no interception. And then we're gonna fly to here and we're gonna get 2 bandits. So let me draw 2 bandit tokens and see what we get. And the 2 bandits are a no bandit and an ME410. Okay, the ME410 is gonna be intercepted by the escort. And as you can see here, he's got rockets, which means he really wanted to get our bombers. But that's not going to happen. So he's going to fight us for 3 turns. We do not have Out of the Sun with this one, so he does go first. So I'm going to roll for him, and he got a 5, but he has a -1 on him. So let's move the camera over, maybe zoom it in a little. So see the little -1 on him? That -1 is for his roll too. So let me make sure. I'm pretty sure that's how this plays. That's the whole reason why it says -1. He gets a -1 to his rolls. And then we get a +1 to our rolls, basically. So it's going to be translates to a +1 for us. But let me make sure. I'm in the right section, I just can't find it. 1 second. Yeah, if the bandit has a defense value, subtract the defense value from the group air-to-air attack die roll. If the attack value is negative, then you end up adding the number to your die roll. So when my bomber attacks an ME410 and I roll a 9, their defense modifier -1 makes it 1 value easier to hit. Okay, that -1 is not for his attack. Okay, so he rolled a 6, so he hits us for 1 damage. So that's no worries. So now our Spitfire is going to fire back, and we rolled a 5. We get a +2 on our card, and then a +2 for our concentrated fire, so that's +4, that's 9, which would not destroy him. However, we did confirm that this -1 adds a +1 to us, because that's like his armor. So we get a 10, so we did destroy him. Now this goes back in the cup. It's not a veteran or anything special. So we do destroy him, and yes, we get a victory point, or sorry, experience point. I keep using the wrong terminology for that. And we also get to move that up by 1 because we destroyed 1. Okay, so we're done with that. As you may also notice, I've already been cutting the corner of, technically speaking, I'm supposed to set both of these to a 1, but our missions have not been that complex. We're going to be flying back and not engaging anymore, so I just don't even bother, but that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so now it's peanut butter bombing time. So way yo, we're going to, we get a +2. They're going to do 2 rolls against us. So now, mind you, our B-24s do not have durability. So there's no minus factor to these flak rolls. But let's go ahead and go. So I'm going to do Death Dealer, which is our latest B-24. A 5 and a 3. And you can see those are both misses. Let me zoom in for you here. How's that? Okay. So now I'm going to roll for Little Abner. I rolled, oh my gosh, that was a perfect roll, a 1 and a 1. So that's definitely a miss. And now we're going to roll for Paradise Lost. And we rolled a 10 and a 2. So this 10 gets reduced to a 9, which means he's going to hit us twice. Okay, so this is the bomber group that has our bomber in it, the individual bomber that we are using. So we got to flip over to here now. And I guess I'll leave it zoomed in for now. So we are being attacked. So does the bandit attack us? Oh, so no, that's a bandit. How about flak? We have to decide. So the flak is going to attack. If a bomber suffers flak damage, roll on the flak damage chart to see if the bomber is hit. That's this one right here. Okay, so we're going to see if we get hit as part of the flak attack. So here you can see on a 9 or better, it's a yes. So we want a low number in this case, and I rolled a 5. Okay, so no flak damage on us, but there is 2 flak damage on the group. So we're going to put 2 damage. 2 damage does go onto Paradise Lost. Okay. So that's pretty standard, nothing crazy there. This one did have a flak defense of -1, meaning that if I would have rolled high enough for this guy to get hit, I actually would have get to reduce their roll by 1. I totally forgot about that, but I didn't need it. So coming back over here to the target, so I'm zoomed in there, and we didn't take any of the flak damage, which is fine. There's nothing we do as an individual bomber over this target. We're just a part of the show. We're going to drop our bombs just like everybody else. And just a reminder, we're going to get a +2 for the bomb. We're going to get a +2 because it says so. And it's, you know, because it's dispersed, we get that +2. And then we're going to get this +2. This doesn't give us anything. So we're going to have a +4 for all 3 of our bombers. So I'm going to start with Paradise Lost, which is has a +3. So that's in addition to this +4. So it's a +7. So no matter what I roll, I'm doing 3 hits. Because even if I roll 1 +7, I'm going to guarantee to get an 8. So this should do really well. So I roll 2 2s, which is freaking awful. Because 2 + 8, 2 + 7 is 9. And that means I still only did 1 damage. And then I rolled a 3, which did 2 damage. So this was an awful roll. But it's still 1 hit, and then 2 hits. So 2, 3, 4 hits on the target. So it's better than nothing, but this really should have been 6 hits. I was really disappointed with that. Okay, now this next 2, I'm going to get to roll 4 dice. I don't think I have any new colors here. So I'm just going to have to grab another. So what are these? These are D10s. Yeah, I'm going to just grab one of my personal dice here that I have. Okay, I don't think it matters having a different color, but I like it. I like Pizza Steve. So we're going to start with Death Dealer. He gets a 0 bonus to his ground, but we're still going to get +4 because of this. So let's see what happens. All right, so 7 + 4 is 11. Oh, 11. That's way over 10. 2 + 4 is a miss. And so there you go. That's 2, 4, 6 hits right there. So 6 + 4 is 10 hits on the target. And then we have one more bomber who also gets to roll 4 dice. And this one gets a +1. So this is a +5 to all 3 dice. And 4 + 5 is 9 for 1 hit. 5 + 5 is 10 for 2 hits. That's 2 hits. And that's 2 hits. So 2, 4, 6, 7 hits. So I guess I was getting a little anxious, but there was no need. We annihilated the target. So you can start to see how well, let me back up. These airfields are pretty easy to hit, especially with these free dispersed tokens. So my recommendation is if you're starting this campaign, spend all your SO points and then just go after airfield targets initially. Get your experience points, because now we're going to get 2 experience points for every bomber that was on the mission. And we're going to destroy, this is 4 supply and 4 victory points, right? So that's going to help us satisfy our campaign objective. And we're going to get to destroy 4 more on the Luftwaffe track. So that is 4 more victory points, which puts us to 13 victory points total for the campaign, and 11 of those is for the the air base, which satisfies our requirement for the campaign. We need at least 10 victory points. And then the other thing is we get to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and once again we get to destroy another Luftwaffe counter. And it has to be from our location, so this one's easier. So we get to get rid of that. And then we need to fly back home still, so let's do a return. We have to do a commander killed check. After the mission, for each group with a commander that took damage, roll a die. On a 9 or a 10, the commander is killed. The only one that took damage is Paradise Lost, which has a commander that is on our plane. So we're not good here. Let's roll. Let's hope it's not a 9 or a 10. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so nothing doing there. All right, so we're gonna make it back home. And we're at the end of the week. So let's do the experience points for this one. Okay, so it's really hard for me to do this for you, because obviously the names are over here, but I'm writing all the way over here. Paradise Lost is going to get 2 experience points. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 of it. So he's going to have 1 experience point left. So I'm going to cross them both out. Yeah. So he gets 1 experience point in the second mission. Basically, he's leveling up. So he's going to go from average to skilled, which is the highest promoted pilot we have. So average, you can see, is +4 air to air, +1 air to ground. And now we're going to go to +2 air to ground. So well done. Paradise Lost is getting even more powerful. So it is now, actually Memphis Belle is also skilled. So this is the second pilot we have that became skilled. Okay, so 1 experience point is left and he's skilled. Okay, the next one is Little Abner, and Little Abner gets 2, and Little Abner has 3 total, needs 4, so 1 away. Next one is Death Dealer, and Death Dealer is going to get 2, and Death Dealer has 3, and he's got a ways to go. Okay, so that's it for the week. Oh, we got a roll. That factory has a chance of being repaired, and I need an 8 or better. I rolled a 1, so the factory stays damaged. The one that we didn't get a chance to bomb. So that's good. The other thing is there's always going to be 3 airfields, so we have to draw new airfield targets. So this one is another nice one with a +2. And this theater is not in the game, so we don't get to do that. But if it was, that would have been a nice bonus. And this one is, okay, so overkill is a keyword that's in a lot of later games. If we do 17, so 13 destroys the target, but if we can do 17 hits on the target, we get an extra victory point. So basically, this destroys the target, this puts a crater there. And then it's a +1. So not a bad the airfields are nice targets. You can get a lot of victory points going after airfields. You can spend the whole game going after airfields because those are worth 4 victory points each. A lot of these, the lowest one up there is 3. So, you know, you're getting 8 victory points a week. The factories, on the other hand, are only going to get us 2 victory points. So if we destroy a factory, you only get 2, but then you destroy these, right? So there's a bit of a trade-off. The airfields are juicy, and I think I showed you that for 0 SO points, you can annihilate them pretty well. The intel mechanic is an interesting one in so much that, you know, if you can get high intel, you actually give yourself an advantage that the base game does not give you. However, if you're attacking a low intel target, you're going to get a disadvantage that the base game doesn't give you. So if you do recon well, it could really pay off for you and make the missions even easier. But it's an extra little thing you got to deal with. Okay, I'm at 51 minutes. That was week 1 for September. We are now going to move to week 2 on the next video. So thank you for watching. I hope it's all coming together for you and getting a little more clear. Please let me know if you have any questions. I know I fly through these videos so quick that by the time a lot of you respond, I'm already done. So my apologies there. Dean has been watching a lot of these and actually contacting me, so I'm very honored and privileged there, and very grateful because he's clarified a lot of questions I've always had about this game. And it is awesome to have a designer speak to you. The designer of Iwo Jima, it's not, what's his name, who did Omaha Beach, but the one who actually designed Iwo Jima, he did a similar thing, but he didn't watch the whole series. He only went through the first couple. But anyways, it was always fun and it's always cool. So thank you for watching. Stay awesome, and we'll see you in the next video.